I am currently active duty in the United States Air Force. I serve as an explosive ordnance disposal technician. I've served for almost 21 years at time of retirement later this year.
I wanted to get out of the corporate world and bring it to a place where veterans and first responders could come to kind of learn to let go when they're taught to compartmentalize for so long. So Peaceful Pastures Therapy started as a ranch for horses. We use what's called a human equine relational development model. And what we do, it's all focused on connection with the horses and the humans.
When you talk to them about doing therapy with horses, they get the mental image of people riding horses or leading horses around, and our program is much different than that. When Jessica takes a client, takes a veteran out to the pasture in a relatively short amount of time, maybe a session 2 or 3, they get a feedback from that animal. That animal's not being forced to engage in therapy with the veteran. So as a veteran learns to control their emotions, their anxiety, their depression, that horse oftentimes will then decide to engage. And they get a feedback. And horses are far more sensitive than people are. And so if you can get a horse to want to be around you, if you can create that desire, that comfort for the horse, then you know that you're able to translate that into the real world when you're interacting on your day-to-day basis with humans.
It's all about learning to be your authentic self, because you can't hide those emotions from horses. They get an energy off of people that other people may not always catch. So there's a lot of times that they bring those emotions out in people that they try to shove down into little boxes that always end up coming back out.
Most of the time when we have veterans that approach Peaceful Pastures Therapy, they're reaching out looking for services. They've faced challenges in the civilian sector or through other contract providers, corporate providers. The need is high, but the accessibility is a big problem, it's a big challenge. So we're solving that problem by creating and opening up a private practice to provide those services and increase accessibility. With demand being so high, we are already within 3 months of opening full-time in need of hiring additional therapists to take on. We became familiar with Warrior Rising through Facebook. I saw a Facebook ad and I thought it looked kind of interesting, clicked on it, kind of Googled around for a little bit, and it looked like something that I felt we could learn a lot from. So I reached out and Mr. Ken Venera contacted us. We did an interview with him. We got enrolled in the Warrior Academy, which I think has been phenomenal.
So I had a little bit of business background. I was in the process of my doctorates in business administration when I started the program. So there was a little bit of business aspects to it, which I think is what helped me understand that aspect of it. But I like that they are able to break everything down into layman's terms, so you're not trying to keep up with these big corporations on situations that you don't have any interest in getting into.
We were part-time from August until April, and what allowed us to go full-time so soon was the lessons that we learned, the sanity checks that we had, being able to build a business plan, following op words and terms and vernacular that I'm comfortable with and that I've spent the last 21 years using was a huge benefit.
They were willing to connect individually. They took the time to get to know our business and to find out exactly what it was that we wanted to do and where we wanted to go with it.
I think it was only easy coming from a military background. It was very direct. It was to the point. There wasn't a whole lot of fluff. I didn't feel like time was wasted trying to dig through what they were trying to say. I felt like in the videos and the modules that they provided through the Warrior Academy, it was simple to comprehend, simple to follow, and that kind of surprised me. I was kind of intimidated going to a business type academy, not having had a very large business background.
As a civilian background and not having a whole lot of experience with the military side of it, Warrior Rising has been incredible, especially for spouses. I think that is a big one because they kind of fall back in the shadows of being in the shadow of your veteran. So being able to participate in that program together and to grow a business together, I think is huge, and it is a very important aspect to help connection as well as they are going into that next stage of life.
You're setting yourself up for failure if you don't participate in the Warrior Academy, if you don't seek out the assistance of Warrior Rising. Like I said earlier, neither one of us have an amazingly strong business background. Jessica's far more advanced than I am, but without the assistance of Warrior Rising, I think we would have set ourselves up for failure. So I absolutely recommend any veteran that's looking at starting their own business to be involved in this program.